Hello everyone, I am Arisha and this is our third progress video for our OOP project. So by now we are almost at the end of our project. So in this week I have contributed in improving and adding the functionality of the bomb in the game. For this I have added this function named as permit, which is basically a boolean function, and it checks that whether there is already a bomb on the screen or not. If there is not, then it allows the bird to throw the bomb, and if there is, it does not allow the bird to throw the bomb. So in game.cpp, we are basically using it in the draw bomb function. So here we see if the user presses the A, the draw bomb will get true, and then we add the bomb into the linked list defined before in the game.hpp. Then we draw the bomb and then we check the position of the bomb through the function defined in bomb.cpp named as permit, and we save the value that either will be the true or the false in the boolean check. Then we see that if the bomb is out of the screen, that means that permit is equal to false. We delete the bomb and erase the bomb from the screen and linked list as well, and then we make the drop bomb equal to false, which means that now again the bird can throw the bomb. Other than this, in order to add music in our game, I have made a structure named as music where we have null pointers of data type mix music as our data members, and our default constructor and destructor as well. In destructor, we are making these pointers equals to null, and in game.cpp, these pointers are getting loaded over here, and then Hassam have basically worked on playing the music on the right time, that is at the perfect collision of bird and eagle, bird and collectibles, bird and rock, and the background music as well, like over here. Like over here, here he is playing the background music. Similarly, here he is playing the coin music at the collision of coin and bird. Similarly, health music has been played, and so on. Moreover, Hassam has also contributed in modularizing the game.cpp and making the longer functions into the shorter ones, and at the same time, he has also contributed in debugging the problems we had after modularizing this file. So, like in the function named as game implementation, initially we had a lot of work over there. So, here we have this. Yeah. So he have basically broken this long function into the shorter ones. There is a function named as draw all objects, collect collectibles, decrease health, and destroy eagle. And here are these functions written before the implementation function. He has rendered a health bar of a red color whose length is getting decreased upon collision with enemies, that is eagles and birds. Similarly, he has modularized and debugged the function named as key. So this function itself is a very complicated function, and it is basically handling the key movement and the user input. So this function has been divided into these functions, which is named as bird keys, pause keys, how to play keys, scoreboard keys, game over keys, and menu keys. So these are the keys which will be used during the game, and these are the keys which will be used on several screens. Note that by keys I refer to the arrow keys on the keyboard, and these are the functions for these keys on the different screens. And Hassam has also made this new game function, which is basically resetting the bird movement. It is also resetting all the boolean checks and values to the initial values, and it is deleting the objects in the linked list. And so now I have already mentioned about the class of the static screen in the prior videos. So here we are basically using some objects of static screen in game class. Here are these objects. So initially we had a very long function of rendering all the screens and making rectangles on the screens for options to be selected by the user, and now I have modularized that screen function into the smaller ones. So we have a pause screen function, we have a games over screen function, we have scoreboard screen, we have how to play screen, and we have menu screen. So the rendering of the sad screen is based on these conditions, which are basically composed of the Boolean checks, and these checks are changing as per user input. Other than this, we have collectively, me and Hassam collectively worked on the close function, where basically we're destroying all the SDL things, and we're creating these SDL subsystems, and destroying the window to get our game closed completely. Now let me run the program and play the game. Please note the music that will be played upon collision of bird with the enemies, upon collision of bird with the collectibles, and the background music as well. Also note the decreasing health bar upon collision of bird with the enemies, and also note that the bird can not throw bomb again until the thrown bomb does not get out of the screen. The bird will re-attain the ability whenever bomb will get blasted or will get out of the screen. So
Hello, I'm Sana. So for this week, I've implemented a class for scoreboard. This class consists of two private data members, that is, an array which stores the top four scores and an object of another class named text. Its public member functions are two, write text and update score. Firstly, the constructor of scoreboard is reading the text file, which consists of top four scores and stores it in an array. The function of write text helps in writing the top four scores on the scoreboard. It is called in game.cpp in the function of scoreboard screen. The update score function is called in game.cpp whenever the game ends, that is, whenever the health becomes 0. First, it checks if the current score is already in the array of scores or not, for which I have a local boolean variable. If the current score is a duplicate, then it gets ignored, whereas if it's not, then it is added at the first position in the array. The array is then sorted and the top four scores are printed in the text file using a for loop.
Hello, I am Shalin and I will be discussing about the text class, which basically serves the purpose to render text on screen using built-in STL TrueType font library. So this class has its own private class attributes, namely text width, text height, the surface on which we will be rendering, the text color and texture, along with the variable to specify the position of text on screen. In the public member function, we have a draw function, which is handling all the work related to text drawing, which is handled in text.cv. Another class which I have implemented is the class named Move, which is basically an additional animation plate when the eagle dies in order to make our game look more interactive and graphical. So the main function in this class is the draw function, which handles drawing the animation on screen. Others are the constructors that we want in order to initialize our variable.